If you're talking about it, she's talking about it. This is Jordana Green on News Radio 830 WCCO.
All right, we are going to take a break, and then we're going to be joined by a 17-year-old girl who has started her own soda company. She's from Minneapolis, and I thought this was kind of a cool deal. So we're going to talk to her coming up. You're listening to News Radio 830 WCCO.
You're listening to News Radio 830. Broadcasting from the Land O'Lakes studio. WCCO.
It is 10:21 in the Twin Cities. Esme Murphy with you until 11 o'clock. Well, I get a lot of press releases. I come across my desk, all the time, and a lot of them are pretty creative. But there was one that came across my desk this week that, it grabbed my attention. First, it grabbed my attention because I thought I was getting a bottle of beer delivered to my desk, and it caught the attention of others in the newsroom who were very jealous. But no, I unwrapped it, and it was actually a root beer. And it was from, accompanied by a little press release, for a new craft soda company called Tree Fort Soda. And the owner, the creator, is a 17-year-old girl from Minneapolis. And she's getting some help from her brother, who owns Verdant Tea, which is a place where you can drink tea in the Seward neighborhood at 2111 East Franklin. And I thought, something? That's pretty original. A 17-year-old kid starting their own company, and then I tasted the root beer, and it's terrific. Eva Duckler is joining us right now. Eva, thank you so much. And am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yeah, Eva is right. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, absolutely. All right. You are 17 years old. I know the press release mentioned that you're going to Wellesley College next year.
Yeah.
Well, that's very exciting. It's a very difficult college to get into. You're obviously very bright. What high school did you graduate from?
I just graduated from Blake this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Listen, let me ask you, how in the heck did you come up with it? Your brother's got the tea shop.
Yes,
how did you come up with the idea of having a soda company?
Well, it's been a weird thing that my brother and we always grew up drinking all sorts of weird root beers, and it was just like this eccentric passion that we had, and it started out as sort of a home project, a lot of experimental brews, and it turned out pretty terrific. So I ended up selling it at Verdant Tea, which is his tea house, and it's a pretty big hit, so I'm excited to grow it into something bigger.
All right. So you came up with this, and you and your brother have always just sort of liked to experiment.
Yeah.
And making your own sodas.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you've been selling them there, and it's a hit at Verdant.
Yeah.
Where else? And now, obviously, starting your own company. Your brother has a business, but where did you get the money? Did you have to get loans, or were you able to raise some money on your own?
Yeah. Well, it's right now we're really bootstrapping it. It's pretty much mostly out of pocket. I worked a lot actually behind the counter at Verdant Tea. David, my brother, was generous enough to give me a job this winter. So a lot of it is coming from the job that I had all school year and I guess through the summer. But soon when we have a lot of resources to expand, we're probably going to crowdsource some more funds.
Okay, crowdsource some more funds.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now your Tree Fort Soda, and it's treefortsoda.com is your website. Where could people get it? Is it only available at Verdant Tea?
Yeah, currently right now you can get it on tap at Verdant, and you can bring it home in a growler. Soon, though, we're looking to expand. Actually, we're just bottling probably 200 to 500 bottles this weekend, so probably in the next few weeks we should be able to have it at some retailers around the city.
So deals are in the works here that we can't reveal all the details?
Yeah, deals are in the works, but I don't think I'm ready to say anything quite yet.
All right. Well, very much the entrepreneur here.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that growler, I did not know what that word meant. I heard it for the first time a few months ago. For those of you who also may not know what it is, growler is a larger container. What is the exact size?
I believe it's 32 ounces.
32 ounces, and it is at all of the brew pubs that you can actually get beer to go in a growler. And you're taking the step one step further. So right now you actually are bottling the root beer yourself, and you're using especially vintage bottles, right?
Well, actually, we're just using regular bottles, but I actually built a bottling rig because it's like $500,000 to build an industrial bottling rig. So right now I'm just using one that took maybe 4 or 5 hours to build and $400 from Home Depot, and so it's a long process, but it's been fun.
Okay, so if somebody goes to Verdant Tea, you can
Yeah.
get it on tap, but you're working on getting it out in bottles, and it sounds like you may have some deals in the works. You're also working on some additional flavors. Is that right?
Yeah. Right now you can get a pretty awesome ginger beer at Verdant Tea, and I'm looking to do a cream soda and a cola by the end of the year. So that should be pretty fun.
All right, and how are you going to do this when you are in Wellesley, Massachusetts?
That is a great question. I've been asking myself that a lot recently, but we're hiring a master brewer sometimes in the next few weeks, and I'll be working a lot on the administrative front of the business from Boston. But yeah, I'll be coming back often to check on things and to work on flavor development.
All right, is David maybe thinking maybe this tea business is going to have to be pushed aside by the growing soda business?
David is a really invested guy, so I think he'll be able to make room for it all. But he's really excited about all of these fun projects going on too. So.
All right. Well, listen. As I said, I really like the root beer, and I just thought it was really cool to see somebody who is as young as yourself actually starting their own company, and being enterprising enough to get it in the hands of folks like me over at WCCO TV, and I'm sure other media outlets as well. But the root beer is really good.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
I really like it, and good luck to you. And somehow I think we may hear more from Treefort. So, and let me ask you about the name too, because everyone's like, oh, the name is so good.
Yeah, well, it just came about because root beer is really a nostalgic drink, and that's something that we really want to evoke with the brand as something that everyone can sort of relate to from their childhood. And it's just a really cool sort of imagery of a secret safe spot from being younger, and hopefully the flavor sort of evokes that kind of emotion as well.
All right, and also you're using botanicals as well.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
That's one of the things. One of our cynical photographers, not that they're all cynical. Well, yeah, maybe they are cynical. Came over and said, "Oh, let me look at the ingredients. I bet it's got fructose corn syrup." Well, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's got real cane sugar. But tell us about some of the other ingredients as well.
Yeah, so there's lots of really awesome fresh herbs that we use, and it's very similar to steeping like tea. That's how we extract the flavor out, and then we caramelize some cane sugar, and that's how it's sweetened with some local honey as well. So yeah, I had a lot of access to herbs since David has the tea company, so I got to experiment a lot with that.
Well, anyway, I think it's a very, very, very cool effort, and as I said, I like the root beer. I have not been. I've driven past Verdant Tea, but I may just have to make a stop.
Oh, that would be great. Definitely stop by sometime.
Yes, and somehow I think this actually might take off, and it does sound, folks, if you're maybe not able to stop by Verdant Tea, it sounds like Eva Duckler, 17 years old, has some possible deals in the work to get her sodas into other establishments, which sounds like that would be great. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I said, good luck with the company, good luck in college. And somehow I think we're going to be hearing a little bit more about you. So good work.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, folks, you are listening to News Radio 830 WCCO.